Currently outside the India, but I heard that there is a new rule on this caste thing, which is in our country. I'm not going to talk about that, but this gives me to address a very important thing about caste, which I've been thinking for a long time, and this is also related to the food we eat. Like the vegans and vegetarians might get offended a bit, but it's very important for them as well. As you know, nature has this balance, right? Nature, if you see lion, leopard, whatever, like they eat deer and everything. There is this eco chain, like ecosystem built around it. There will be few deer, goat, and everything. They eat grass, and the cycle food chain goes on, and somebody, and it is in the balance. So nature thrives on balance. Like if the grass goes more, if there are no much deers to eat, then everything will be like a forest. There will be no, like the balance will off, and the society, the environment will collapse. Or if there is too many tigers, then they will eat all the deer, and there will be so much of grasses and everything, right? So there is a balance for it, and that balance has been tipping lately because we human has dominated this ecosystem such a more that we are on the top of the food chain, and we are just eating everything. And to restore that balance, our Hinduism or like our culture had made a very good caste system. Caste system has so much problem. I agree to it. I'm not going to defend it. Maybe it was badly executed, but the ideas were right over there. Sometimes like they plan things, but they badly execute it. Like the intention was right. So this caste system was divided that only Kshatriya men were allowed to eat meat because they needed for the protection. They has to be stronger or something. Like if you see, I don't know how true is that, but what my grandfathers and everything has told us, that was in my family, that Kshatriya man could eat meat because they were a warrior caste. They have to protect. They will take part in the war battles and everything, and they could eat. They could go stronger, and they are the protective. And then they have that caste like Brahmins will not eat meat. They will more into education and giving religious teachings and everything. Then we have the business guy, the whatever, what do we call it? Um, Kshatriyas, Brahmins, Shudras, and then Vaishyas or something like this, whatever. One who deals with money and everything. So they were the guy who do business and everything. Then the Sudras who will do all like haircuts, helping the dead thing removal or something like this, some lower things over there. So they had a balance, these castes. And the balance was that these guys will only eat, and because everybody eats, then the balance will tip off. So we only allowed subsection of men to eat the meat, and they were the warriors and protectors for us. And because what happened is the female biology is always attracted toward the strong guy, right? So we enforce the female biology by casteism marriage, right? We've told, okay, one person can only marry in their caste or something like this, which made sure that any Brahmin girl will not get attracted to Kshatriyas because he looked tall, stronger, and something like this. These were rules enforcing them, and they will only marry. So none of them wanted to become stronger. Just like now in today's world, everybody is attracted to somebody who is big, muscular, and very strong or something. And people now is eating so many chicken, meat, and everything, which is tipping off the balance. I'm not in support of eating meat. I'm also not in support of vegans as well. So I'm somewhere in the balance. You have to find the balance. So that balance was given by our caste system, and the girls would not go and just only look for kshatriya as a stronger man, because that was not required. They were enforced, like the monogamy was enforced through casteism as well. They were enforced to marriage in their private community or something, in their caste and something. So there was a good nuclear family thing going on. But as we progress, this casteism goes away, and now people can marry him. Now if you give a woman a choice, if you remove all this enforcement, now everybody want to be the best guy. And the best guy is how you become fighter, you become intelligent. And to become that, you have to compete. And when you're competing, you have to be the taller, stronger, and the smartest. And then you can not do this casteism rule that okay, only kshatriyas can eat meat or something. Now you're competing, everybody has to be on that level. So now that casteism old tradition has gone. I'm not saying it was very good, but if it is gone, we have to accept what it is now. And then women decide. So it's it's, if you are having a problem that we are eating meat, it's because of women. Women are deciding who they are mating to, and the guy they are meeting are the taller, stronger, and the wiser one, and how they are becoming by eating meat. So it's women's on your hand if you want to really stop this thing. And the balance is strict. I'm not like favor of like everybody eating meat or something like this. And I also punish those guys who eat meat and sit in the couch and do nothing. Just they do it for enjoyment. If you're eating chicken and taking life for your enjoyment, you are a terrible person. If you're only growing yourself, becoming muscle and doing something productive, then you're eating meat, that is justified. Your work should justify killing your animal. But I know a lot of people who eat meat just for pleasure, and they're not even actively being strong or something like this. So that is bullshit. So stop. I am very against so many people eating meat.